Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Yesterday at a local supermarket, Appa found a very nice siakap fish head here. It's from a very huge siakap, so I actually bought the whole fish head. This is half of it. Extremely meaty, as you can see from here. Very nice and very flavorful. For those who has been following Appa for quite a long time, you should know Appa is a seafood lover. Okay, and I have some tofu here. This is the traditional pressed Chinese tofu. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to put these two together and do a fish head tofu stew. Now, usually to cook this dish, I'll add some veggie, but today I just noticed my mother-in-law has already prepared some bitter melon. So I already have a veggie dish, so I'm not going to add in veggie. But if you cook this dish, I encourage you all to put in some cabbage, yeah, or Chinese cabbage. Yeah, then you can make it into a one-pot dish. Alright. So first of all, we need to deep fry our tofu and fish. I'm going to do my tofu first. So prepare 1 pot of medium high heat oil. You don't have to be too hot. The moment you see some bubble coming out, it's good enough. You don't want to see any smokes coming out here. Okay. Why I use the traditional pressed tofu is because it's easier to deep fry, because it's actually harder. If you use those soft tofu, then it can actually break apart easily. Not recommended. Okay. We don't have to deep fry this until fully cooked, because later we are going to cook it into the stew as well. What we want to do here is to make it all rounded to be golden color. I know some of you hated to see Appa using spoon, yeah, but I think now this is the best time to use a spoon. Okay, what you want is to make sure all the 4 sides or 6 sides, all the sides, yeah, to be covered with the golden brown color. Okay, so this will take a couple of minutes. We'll come back shortly. This is after about 6-7 minutes. You can see all the sides has become a golden brown color. This is the time where we can actually remove this from the oil. At the side, I actually prepare one oil absorbing paper, so you can slowly remove the tofu one by one. Carefully put it onto the oil absorbing paper. Whenever you are dealing with oil, you have to be careful, yeah? Now you can smell the very nice aroma from the beans, yeah? Oops. Careful. Alright. Now we can continue with the fish. So for the fish, we actually need a high heated oil, meaning you can actually start to see smokes coming out from the oil. This is why we normally say smoking hot. And this is the time when it's about 180 degrees. Okay, so what I did here was I actually put some tapioca starch powder onto my fish head. You can also use cornstarch. You can put it inside. Okay, if you don't have tapioca flour, you can use cornstarch. And after you apply the flour, try to let it rest for a couple of minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, so that the flour will actually stays on the fish itself. Now we will don't flip it too early. We will let it deep fry like this for at least about 3 to 4 minutes. Then only we will flip over. Okay, we come back shortly. by applying the flour, basically it will actually help you to reduce the oil splattering problem. Okay, so you can also do away with the flour. It's really up to you. Okay, this is after the first 3 minutes. I'm going to flip it. First, we can push the meat, the fish a little bit so that you know it's moving. Use the spatula together with a spoon to help you. Push to the side and turn. Ooh, beautiful. It's probably too big for my wok or even for my oil. There are some leftover scales on the head which I didn't notice, but it's okay, don't worry. I'm going to make everything crispified today. Some people like to correct Appa's English. They say there's no such thing as crispify in dictionary. But you know what I mean, right? I think that's more important. Okay? Is to get the message through. Okay, I'm going to let this this side fry for about 2-3 minutes. Then it is almost done. Just going to flip it maybe one last round. Okay. Okay, this is after another 2 minutes plus. I'm going to let it stand. Always in restaurant, their deep fry will be much better than us because there will be one whole big pool of oil where the whole fish will be able to submerge in the wok, in the oil. Okay, but at home we don't really do that. Okay. I'll probably to just give it another 1 minute, 1-2 minutes over the other side. Okay, then I will remove it from the wok. Okay, our fish head is done. Put it on top on the oil absorbing paper on the plate, and let's start cooking. Okay, we put some oil into cold water and raise the heat. First of all, we want to saute our ginger. Many people say Appa using a spoon doesn't look very professional, but Appa is never a professional. Appa is just a cooking dad, okay? And I don't teach people cooking. There's no rule in Appa's kitchen. Appa give you cooking ideas and you can choose to follow or not. Or just get some ideas on what to cook, that's all. Alright? Okay, so after we have sauteed the ginger, now we can actually put in our fish head. Then let's add in some chicken stock. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is the chicken stock, and I'm going to add in some hot water. And I'm going to let it bring this to a boil, then only we continue the next step. By the way, if you don't eat fish head, you can use fish tail or fish body or fish cutlet. It's totally up to you. Just using the same method. Okay, choose to different part, the other parts of the fish. Don't worry. Okay. So as you can see from here, it is now boiling. What I'm going to do here is to add in our tofu. Okay. and some fried garlic. If you don't have fried garlic, you can actually add in the fresh garlic, yeah. But you saute your fresh garlic together with your ginger. Okay, now let's give it the base flavor, which is from the light soya sauce. 1 round, 2 rounds, okay, and now. And I'm going to let it continue simmering under high heat for about 10 minutes. Then it's done. Okay, so we come back shortly. Okay, my fish has been simmering under high heat for the past 10 minutes. Whoa! Super fragrant, super fragrant. I wish you can smell this. So let's, this is almost done. Let's do some final seasoning. I can tone down the fire a little bit. Let's do some final seasoning, a bit of salt, accompanied with a bit of sugar. Followed by a few dashes of white pepper. This is becoming more like a fish soup rather than stew. I changed my mind. I'm going to make it into a fish soup instead, meaning I'm not going to add in any starch. This is a very, very flavorful fish soup. And you can be rest assured all my tofu has soaked up all the very nice flavor from the broth and the soup, yeah? Okay, it's done. Alright, I have taken out the fish and the tofu, and let's pour over the broth over it. Oh, look at this. This is going to be so flavorful. Okay, never mind the ginger. Okay. You can put a bit of fresh coriander on top, and there you go. So here's my fish and tofu stew. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa fan page to click like and follow button. Follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Leave a comment below if you like my video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.